Hey, Dr. Joel Ingersoll here from Take On College, and I know we are running up into midterms right now, so I wanted to give you just a couple of quick tips on this and identify a challenge for you that is inevitably going to present itself, and it does college students constantly. So the challenge is that at this time of the year, stress is going to increase if it already hasn't. I'm sure it has, but it's certainly going to skyrocket. And when it does, more often than not, your challenge is going to be how to maintain self-care, right, over time, over stressful times, without all of that self-care decreasing. Because what normally happens is that when stress increases, self-care decreases. And by that I mean trips to the gym, and other forms of exercise, meditation, anything that you do to take care of yourself usually gets neglected as stress increases in your lives. So the key point is that if that does happen, how quickly can you get back on the horse and start doing that again so that it doesn't last the rest of the semester, which is what usually happens to students. So self-care or self-sabotage. When we let self-care go, there's more likelihood that we run into self-sabotaging behaviors. And I want you to be mindful of a couple. If you are taking exams and stress is all around you, first of all, you're going to hear chatter all over the place, all over campus. Anxiety and stress become contagious on college campuses. Be aware of that, right? And stay your course and realize that just because everybody else is stressed, you don't have to be as well. The other thing is that this is going to test your abilities. The test here goes beyond the content of any of the classes that you're taking. The test becomes how well are you going to manage your time, how well are you going to manage your stress, how well are you going to problem solve, how well are you going to use your resources on campus, how well are you going to effectively communicate. And those are huge personal development skills that you need to develop now. So it goes way beyond the content of an exam. This is much bigger and much more important. And I'm not saying don't study and do the best that you can. However, there's great opportunity beyond the exam for you to develop really critical skills, career development skills, right? So if you notice yourself procrastinating or failing to not do well with time management or becoming self-critical, mostly self-critical, those are self-sabotaging alarms, right? And when they go off, you really need to be careful here and be aware and be mindful not to continue down that path. If you don't do well on an exam, get in to see the professor right after as soon as you can. Learn the material. And you might be thinking, like, why would I want to do that? I don't even care about the class. It's not about that. It's about developing a discipline. It's about responding. It's about developing resiliency. That's what's important here. If you do not learn how to bounce back in the midst of adversity, then we're missing a golden opportunity while you're on college campuses, right? And you're only there a short period of time, so take advantage of this stuff. It's not the end of the world. Don't get into catastrophic thinking, oh my God, like I didn't do well on this test, it's all over for me, I'm never going to get a job or anything like that. If you buy into that and you buy into those beliefs, that's when people start to get into the self-sabotaging behavior as well. And we want to avoid that. We want to push forward. We want to work on developing our strengths and our ability to bounce back. Don't worry about what other people get on exams. That's irrelevant. It's absolutely irrelevant, because just because somebody's doing well on an exam doesn't mean they're developing these skills that we're talking about right now. Okay, so be mindful of the dilemma. I'm going to talk about another one next week, and I'm going to talk about, actually, over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to talk about specific ones. This one, again, we're identifying self-sabotage versus self-care. Maintain your self-care, prioritize your physical and psychological health, and that will help you immensely, not only now, but throughout the rest of the semester. So be sure to do that, and I look forward to connecting sometime again soon. All right, take care.